Hello. Right, so in this tutorial I'm going to explain and show the editing process for the portfolio section in template number 5. And this tutorial can also be used for other templates with a similar gallery structure like template number 1, number 3, number 7, number 4, number 14. Yeah, other because there are other templates with almost a similar structure, maybe with different designs, but the editing process is the same. Okay, let's look on these gallery compositions here. Okay, here you can see that we have tab panel here, and for gallery A and B they are basically the same, and we have another type of compositions which is multi-slides, which will show a few images in one light box. So for this one, once when you click the thumbnail, it will only show one image, and for this one, when you click the thumbnail, it will show a few images. And for this template, there are three pre-included images. If you go to the browser, go here, and if you click this one, so there's only one image. If you click next, this is the image from the second thumbnail, which is this one. But for this one, if you click this thumbnail, if you click next here, these three images are inside the same white box. And if you go to the next thumbnail, this is another set of images for the light box in the second thumbnail, and you can also navigate using this top button here. Okay, so let's go back to these compositions here. Okay, first let's look on the gallery A. Okay, so how to deal with these compositions? First, to change the image, you need to clear the widget content. You cannot change the thumbnail by using replace image. What you can do is to clear the widget content and add a new content, which is images. What you have to do is to select the compositions, or let's call it widget, inside this container here. Click here to deselect everything and click 1, 2, 3, 4. You know that you are selecting a widget inside a container when you see this. It's kind of like a very small X here. All the corners and also at the middle here, one vertical and horizontal middle here. Okay, you know that you are currently selecting a widget when you see these indicators. So during this time, you can click here and you can tick on this checkbox here, and it will show you the lightbox part. So this is the lightbox part. And to clear the widget content, like before, you have to select the widget and right click and choose this one, clear widget contents. And to add a new set of images, select this blank thumbnail here, open the options, use the add images button, and add your new set of images. You are going to use it. I'm going to use the same image. So this one, you can add 3, 4, 5, add more than 9. It's up to you. The thumbnail will be automatically populated inside the container here. So if you change the size of the thumbnail, the rest will follow, but I will not going to do that. Okay, once you have added your new content, make sure that everything looks fine, looks okay in each breakpoint. Remember to always check how the same compositions or widgets looks in the other breakpoints during the editing process. Okay, so yeah, that's it. That is how you edit this widget for image gallery A and B. You just have to simply remove the current pre-included images by using the clear widget contents command like I've shown just now, and the next step is to add your own content to the widget. The thumbnails are automatically populated, so you don't have to deal with that. You can change the size, you can set the state here, but you cannot individually place the thumbnails positions. Next, let's look on these multi slides here. For this one, this is slightly different because the widget here is created with the compositions widget. Yeah, I want to talk about that for a while. Okay, for this one is created with the slideshow widget, which is this widget, and this widget here can only handle images type of media, while this is created with the composition widget, which is this widget here, and this composition widget can handle almost any type of media, and also HTML object. So you can put maybe SoundCloud HTML object inside the container. You can put video, you can put images also, and you can put another slideshow. So this is more versatile, but you have to kind of like do it manually, because for this one it has this add images button here to help you add new contents, but for this one you have to drag the image in and arrange them manually in every breakpoints. So I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So here we have this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 thumbnails, and these thumbnails have been resized to match the size of these automatically placed thumbnails here. So when I created this template, I started by placing these thumbnails here. So once I have the size, I rearrange everything in every breakpoints, and once I have that set, I created this multi slides and I match the size so that it follow the size of the thumbnails in image gallery A and B. If you don't quite understand what I mean by that, just let me know. So basically this is manually arranged to follow the size and positions of image gallery A thumbnails. Okay, to show the lightbox path, you have to click on a thumbnail, or same like before, select the whole widget and open options panel, check on this lightbox path here, and it will show you the lightbox path. Okay, when you click on this thumbnail here, it will show you the lightbox for this thumbnail. Inside the lightbox container, there's another slideshow widget. So this is another widget, slideshow widget inside this lightbox container, which you can drag out actually, but don't do that because it it will mess the whole compositions in other breakpoints also. So I'm going to undo that. So yeah, so you can see there are three pre-included images inside this lightbox, and if you click here, you'll open the it'll show you the lightbox container for this thumbnail, and same like this one. And to change the image, let's start by changing the thumbnail image. And for this multi-slides, the thumbnail image has to be changed manually, unlike this one, which is auto-populated, the gallery A and B. This one is slightly different. You have to change the thumbnail image manually. So to do that, click on a thumbnail, and during this time, in the stat panel, or also here in the trigger selections here, you can choose either here or here. Make sure that the stats are in the normal stats, because if you left it in the active stat, it will only change the image in the active stat. So you have to go to normal, and then right click here and choose this replace background image command, and you can change it to a new image. Okay, I'm going to use this okay, this one, this paper bag here. So this is the new thumbnail image, and that is how you change the image for the thumbnail. And the next thing is to change the how to change the slideshow content. And to do that, you have to select the widget and use the same rules. Click until you see the X indicators on the corners, and also at the middle of the vertical and horizontal line here. So open the panel, the options panel. Oh yeah, before that you have to clear the widget content. So select the widget, right click, clear widget contents, and go to here and click on the add images button. There is, you can see this button here because the slideshow is created with the slideshow widget, so it has this add images button. So you can add, I'm going to add, choose this one, 1 2 3 here, and usually you will see this problem where the lightbox container gets wider than its previous size. So what you have to do is just click on this handle here, this one, and drag it back to somewhere around here, and it will automatically snap to the edge. And you have to do that in every breakpoints. And for these steps, this fix, you only have to do it once you have finished changing all the images or all the contents in all lightbox. Do it once you have finished changing all the contents in all thumbnails, because if you fix it once you insert the content in this first thumbnail, when you go to the second thumbnail and you add a new contents, you will see the same problem. So do the fix later on, once you have added all your contents, all your images. Okay, so yeah, so that's it. That is how you change the images in the slideshow for the multi-slides. Okay, so you can re-hide this lightbox path here. So yeah, that's it. Okay, the next thing that I want to show is how to add a new panel container. Okay, let's say you want to add a fourth panel container, and how to do that. Okay, to do that you can go to this third or the last tab button here and click on this plus sign button. There's a small plus symbol button here. Click on it, wait for a while, it will give or create a new panel container. This is the blank container, and there is also a blank button here that has been created. And before you do anything else, go to the other breakpoint and make sure that everything has been placed appropriately. You can probably temporarily give it a color, so that will be much easier to see. Go to normal, give it maybe this brown color here. Okay, so this button. Okay, here you can see that the positions is slightly off, and you have to fix that. So just place it here. You can hold the shift button and it will snap to follow the space between button. Okay, and you see that this is also there is also a problem with this stat button here, so just drag it in, align it to the left. When you work with responsive websites, sometimes you will see this problem, and okay, it's better to hide this one first. So you have to be aware what you are doing, when you change something in one breakpoint, how it will affect the other breakpoints. Okay, and the last one, same problem. Okay, gonna move this panel container down, going to align it to follow the positions of the third button, and move it slightly down. I'm holding shift right now and let it move it until it snap to follow the space between the other buttons. And I can also select this button here, go to align, and use this distribute vertical centers. You can click here to open the align panel, or here. Okay, then the next thing is to add the text frame. To add a new text frame, what you can do is to select a text frame from the third button here, right click, copy, and okay, first let's try to paste it inside the button here. just use the paste command and see how it looks in the other breakpoints. Okay, it doesn't work. You can see that there's a problem here. Sometimes on a much simple design like in template 1 or 3, which this is a this in here the button have been arranged in vertical manners, but in template 1 and 3 the buttons is arranged in horizontal position. So for that kind of arrangement you can simply copy and paste, but for this kind of arrangement it doesn't seems to work. So what you can do, okay, let's undo the paste command just now. Okay, we still have the text frame copied. If you paste here you have this text frame here, so undo this one. Okay, what you can do is select the third button and the fourth button. Select the third button first, then select the fourth button, go to align to key object, so it'll follow the third button positions. You don't really have to change the left alignment because they basically have the same left alignment, so you only have to change this one, the top alignment, and do it in every breakpoints. Okay, then go to this widest breakpoints where you copy the text just now, and here what you can do is select the button, right click and use paste in place, so the text frame will be placed at the exact same positions as it was copied from. You can probably change this color to none, and check in every breakpoints. Okay, go back to the widest breakpoint. Now you can move the button down. Hold shift. I know that the work seems quite tedious, but this is how you work with breakpoints with responsive design. You always to make sure that everything looks great in every breakpoints. And once you are used to it, the process is actually quite simple. Okay, yeah, that's it. Let's rename it to new multi slides. Okay, now we have the new button set up. What about the container, the panel container? Okay, what you can do is to go to, let's say you want to add a new multi slides slideshow. Go to the multi slides here, select the widget, right click, copy, go to this new panel container, right click, use paste in place, and check in every breakpoints that the position is correct. You can probably move this one slightly down. Yeah, so okay, when you see this one, just drag. Okay, so seems like we are done here. So yeah, that's it. There is how you edit this portfolio section, how you add new panel container. The process might seem a little bit tedious, but once you get used to it, it's actually quite simple and very straightforward. If you have questions regarding this gallery section, just email me at solmemoria@gmail.com.